product, which we will get to at the end of this presentation. So I'm going to move up to Sean. Background.
Thanks. Okay. Moodle is an acronym which stands for Modular Object-Oriented Dynamic Learning Environment. It started in 1999. It was designed as a course management system for providing opportunities for educators to create online classrooms and to teach virtual classes. It's provided as an open source software. It runs on various platforms, Windows and Mac operating systems, Linux, any other system that supports PHP and a SQL database, SQL type database. In working with Moodle throughout this term, we found that it does have some strengths, not a whole lot, but it does have some, not so many for collaborating as a team virtually, but it's very easy for the user to use. There is simple onboarding. Anybody with a username and password gets on, has access to it. SaaS-based, making it very easy for us to, whether we're at home, at work, at a friend's house, the library, just jump on a computer and we can access Moodle from pretty much anywhere. The tasks, assignments, and document handling, pretty good. We're able to see what we're supposed to be doing, post our assignments, everyone's able to view them, comment on them. Some of the strengths for the social networking, it has a chat module, which you're able to chat with other members of your team, publicly communicate, and all of the communication is saved. All of the sessions are saved so that you can log on later to view them again if you wish to. There's also a messaging module, which allows others, regardless if they're in the class or not, to communicate with each other if they're online at the same time. There's also a wiki module which allows, like any other wiki, documents to be edited, viewed, and authored by members of the team collaboratively, which is helpful in a team environment. It has a blogging capability which allows all site users to see the blogs. The teacher can restrict, or the team leader can restrict users to only see blogs for people who they share a group with, which is helpful if you're in a team that you only want the team to view what you're working on. There are different types of forums that can be set up throughout Moodle, and different users can have different access to the forums, which can also be set up by the team leader. The content management strengths of Moodle include search capabilities. You can search the course forums by typing in a word, and it will come up with all of the postings that anybody has used that word in, so that makes it easy if you're searching for anything among the team that they may have posted. There is a tagging capability, which allows users to categorize the content that they're viewing. It's rich content. There's a lot of accessible information on Moodle. There's also a glossary module, which allows you to pretty much create your own dictionary if you'd like to. You just create a list of definitions, and they're viewable by the team, which is helpful if you're in a class where you're learning new words and not everybody is familiar with the words, and some people may have more expertise than others, and to be able to post your definition as opposed to a book definition might help your teammates understand it a little better. And lastly, there's a survey module in Moodle which allows survey reports, including graphs, and the data is downloadable into Excel spreadsheets. Now, there seem to be a lot more weaknesses in Moodle as far as it being a collaborative tool for a team. There's no intuitive navigation, so there's no help to guide site users when they're on. There's no dashboarding capabilities for easy access to applications, so it's a huge problem. There's a time limit to upgrade content. You have 30 minutes if you want to make a change to one of your posts, and if you don't get it done in 30 minutes, it has to become a new post, which gets one-sided content. For example, we can't post our Moodle presentation on Moodle because it's too big for Moodle to handle. And there's no version control. If you're collaborating as a team and making changes to mutual documents, there's no way of telling which one was the latest version unless you're saving it as the latest version, and then it just gets incredibly confusing. You might be updating an old document. Social networking weaknesses. As I mentioned in the strengths, it does have chat capability, but it's incredibly weak and inconsistent. Drops you. It doesn't seem to work very consistently. No private chat room. If you want to have a private chat with one of your teammates based on something you might be working on as a team inside your team, you don't have that capability to just have that conversation on Moodle. No private forums. You can't post privately without your entire team having access to it and seeing it. There are no RSS feeds, so you're not getting notified when there's updates, changes being made. There's no rating capabilities, so when we're posting documents or assignments on Moodle, your teammates can evaluate you, but they can't rate you as far as, giving you a star rating so that you know, cool, I got 3 stars and not 2 stars. And there's no integration. It doesn't integrate with outside websites. For social networking, which is really big these days, especially in the business world, you don't get to, view LinkedIn profiles from it, or Facebook. Doesn't integrate with any other software. As far as workspace and projects go, there's a lot of weaknesses in the sense that there's no workspace. You have no place to go and work. Everything is done outside of Moodle and then posted on Moodle. No private workspace either, so you don't have a separate place where you can go by yourself to work. No task lists and work lists. So you have a team project and there's tasks to be done, work to be done. You have no idea who's working on what because there's no master list of projects or assignments, and you don't know who is where in their tasks being done. And no workflow. You can't track and report common activities that team members are working on. And no grading of content, again, goes back to no rating. You're not able to see, give grades to your teammates and evaluate them efficiently. So there's much to be done on Moodle. And I'm going to go ahead and bring Scott back up here to start discussing our research findings. Thank you, Scott.
So as you can see from this beginning slide here, these are just some of the applications that we have decided to evaluate and take the positives from and incorporate them into Moodle 2.0. So I will start off with mind mapping applications. And for me, this was a new area. I had never really utilized mind mapping applications, but I'm really glad that I did the research on them because they are immensely helpful in idea generation and creativity, brainstorming, all of that. I think to visually depict something on the screen helps anybody learn. So it also helps focus projects because, like I said, to graphically depict something in front of you can help a lot of visual learners. It also facilitates groupthink. If you see something that somebody else put up there on their mind map, may spur some, brainstorming of your own, and then you'll be able to build off that or create something new based on what you've seen. The last point, increased intelligence, I think, is one of the most important features of a mind mapping application. Increased intelligence meaning that you are giving the student, in this case, the tool to help themselves be more creative and learn. So therefore, if the whole group is using this, the increased intelligence of the group is raised. Could be, different percentages here and there, but overall, the increased intelligence would be raised. Using this in business, you could, give a whole department a mind mapping application and really metrically measure after a certain amount of time what creativity and kind of what is coming out of